Hey, what's up you guys, it's Connor, and today I'm going to be doing my fall book haul. That's what I'm going to call it because I haven't done a book haul in a while. I bought some books for myself and I got some books from authors and publishers, so let's just get started. The first book I got was from Booknet Fest. I won Roar by Laura Carmack, I think is her name, but then Lainey wanted it so I gave it to her and she gave me Uncanny by David McGinnis Gill, and this one is about a girl who on her 16th birthday, her name is Willow, there's a lightning strike that blacks out Boston, and then she figures out that she can stop time, and then her sister goes missing, and then there's this witch that's doing evil things. I don't know, but maybe I'll eventually read this. We'll see. I started talking to this author on Twitter and he offered to send me his book, and that is Paternus by Dirk Ashton. I already read this book and I did a book review, so I'll leave that up in the card symbol. But this one follows a bunch of different characters in this world where there's an alternate creation story. This one godly being has been on Earth for a ridiculously long time, and he has bred with different species around the globe and created what's called firstborns. Firstborns have extremely long lives and they also have magical abilities, and they're the inspiration behind what humans thought of as gods. So mythologies and stuff all involved these firstborns, and it follows this one girl. She's working at this mental ward, but then she gets wrapped up with all of these firstborns and it's a whole mess. But if you want to know more, check out that review because I really did enjoy this book. This one I pre-ordered a long time ago and I didn't realize that it was like a small pocket edition of it, so I was a little disappointed when it came in the mail. But I got Wild Cards Volume 1 by George R.R. Martin. This is the first book in the Wild Cards series, which is a mosaic novel series, so a bunch of different authors all contribute to each book. Wild Cards is about this alien virus that gets sent to Earth and starts mutating people. So some people stay regular humans, some people get turned into what's called aces, and aces are people that look like regular humans but they have superpowers. So like if someone could fly or had super strength, they would be considered an ace. And then there's people that are called jokers, and they are people that have been transformed. So one of the characters in the 22nd book or something like that, because I read the 22nd one, has the lower body of a snake, so he obviously can't pass as a regular human and he's called a joker. I wanted to go back and read the first book so that I could, you know, go through the series, but I got this little small edition of it, but I'll definitely be reading this one soonish and I'll do a review when I get to it. And the last book that I bought myself is this one. It's all in bubble wrap, and I have been slowly collecting these editions of the books because these are the ones that I want to own. This is the Legacy of the Drow Collector's Edition by R.A. Salvatore. This is the third trilogy in the Forgotten Realms series, and I am on the third book of the first trilogy, so I've got quite a ways to go. This might not even be a trilogy, it might be like a series of 4 books, but it's all in one, and I really like these editions and how they look on the shelf, so these are the ones that I'm going with. The Forgotten Realms is about this elf called Drizzt. I don't know how to pronounce his name, there's not many vowels in it, but he comes from this dark elf society and they are ruthless, and it's a matriarchal society, and the women of the Drow treat men horribly. Anyway, Drizzt is some amazing warrior, and you basically follow him as he's going through life and going through all of these trials and tribulations. And I've enjoyed the first 2 books, so I'm definitely going to be continuing, and eventually I will be getting to this third series in the Forgotten Realms world. Now on to books I was sent by publishers. I got sent this from Simon & Schuster, I believe, and I don't really know what it is because I don't think they contacted me and asked me about anything. It could be Atria Books because Atria Books is like with Simon & Schuster. I have no idea what this is. This is from Atria Books, and it is Dodie's Secrets for the Mad, Obsessions, Confessions, and Life Lessons. Dodie Clark is an online vlogger, so YouTube, I'm assuming. Doodle Oodle, never heard of her, but I guess this is some stories from her life, and I think it has some doodles in it. Yeah, so it's got some doodles in it and just life lessons from her. There's some alcohol, so that's interesting. And it's got some poems. I think it's just like a smorgasbord of stuff. Thank you, Atria Books. Sorry for the abrasive change in shirt color. I forgot a book and I bought a couple of books at a Friends of the Library book sale, so I want to just include them all so I don't have to keep track of them for another couple of months before I do another book haul. So yeah. I was sent Ship of the Dead, which is the third book in the Magnus Chase series by Disney Hyperion when they sponsored the Ship of the Dead video that I did earlier this month. I'll leave it up in the card symbol if you want to check it out. I talk about characters that are from other books that are dead that I would like to have with me to fight monsters and such. If you guys don't know, Magnus Chase follows the son of a Norse god who is just trying to live his afterlife life, and he is trying to save the world from the apocalypse, basically. It chronologically comes at the same time as the Trials of Apollo series. So I recommend reading the Percy Jackson series, the Heroes of Olympus. You can read the Kane Chronicles if you want to before getting into this one, and you read them on and off with the Trials of Apollo because they take place during the same time. I've enjoyed the Magnus Chase series. I did a review of the first book, which I'll also leave up at the card symbol, but I'm excited to see how this trilogy wraps up. At the Friends of the Library book sale, I picked up The Thief Lord by Cornelia Funke. I don't know how to say her last name. I know there's something with that extra E at the end. As a kid, I watched The Thief Lord movie about 1,000 times. It is not a very good movie, but I still watched it a ton. So I'm curious to see how the book actually compares. So I bought it for 50 cents. I also picked up 2 really old editions of Danny the Champion of the World by Roald Dahl. I've actually never read anything by Roald Dahl, so I figured I'd pick up this one when I saw it, and these are both from 1975. This is a library edition, so I don't know if that means that it's not worth anything, but this one is not. It's just like an alternative cover. I don't know. I will be reading one of these copies at some point and seeing how I feel about Roald Dahl's books, because I really want to go through and read some of them because they are children classics like Matilda and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, all that stuff. So I figured I'd start here because these were also 50 cents. And the last book that I picked up at that sale is going to be The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I have heard such amazing things about this book. It is a historical sort of mythology fiction story about Achilles and his partner, lover, Patroclus. I actually gave a copy of this book to Sam from Thoughts on Tomes for Christmas, but I actually haven't read it, so now I'm gonna go and read it. And the thing I'm most excited about is this tour box. They contacted me and asked me if I would like to promote some of their books. It's not sponsored or anything, but they sent me a list and I got to go through and look at each one and pick the ones that I wanted to read and possibly review. So I picked the ones that I thought sounded the most interesting, and I'm gonna unbox them. And I know that one of the books that's in here I am so excited for. When they email me, they're like, I know you're in law school and I know that's like busy, but if you want to, you know, pick a couple books, we'd be happy to send them to you. And I was like, yes, thank you, you guys are the best. Diana is the best. So when you open it, it just has purple paper in it. So the first thing in here is going to be the tour sticker. They always send the sticker that they put on the boxes, and I just like love tour, so I'm totally fine with getting stickers. I still have not made the plunge of putting them on the back of my computer, but I will do that at some point. They actually sent me 2 stickers, so thank you guys. So they sent me Deadlands Boneyard by Sean McGuire. This isn't the first book in this world, but I've been told that you can just jump into the series from here. This one's about this girl named Annie Pearl, and she is a collector of unique things. I think she's in charge of this like circus type deal. Like, this kind of makes me think that she runs a little bit of a freak show type of thing where people will come and see all of these different oddities. But she is the mother of a mute girl, and she's also running from her past. I'm curious to see what is going to be in here, and I'm pumped for this because I really enjoyed the Wayward Children series, at least so far, because there's going to be a 3rd book, and I want to see if I like her other books. Next in here is The Tiger's Daughter by Kay Arsenault Rivera. I don't know how to say her middle name. Even the gods can be slain. This one, I saw Sam from Thoughts on Tomes review it, and I'll leave that down in the description if you want to check it out. But this one follows 2 warrior women who are fated to be together, basically, and their mothers were ridiculously renowned warriors as well. And it just goes through their lives, basically being badass women and loving each other. I know it's a little bit of a slower burn, a little bit of a slower book that's more focused on the characters, and I am ready for that, and I think that I'm absolutely gonna love this one, so I definitely requested this because it sounds amazing. It says that their empire is starting to get attacked by demons, and I have a feeling that they're going to play major roles in preventing the demons from killing everyone that they love. Yeah. Next is this melted piece of candy that attached to Admit One. This is a ticket to the Deadlands Boneyard series by Sean McGuire. I'm gonna clean this off the sticky candy stuff, and then I'll keep that and put it in the book. I'm gonna throw away this piece of candy, sorry. Next is All Those Explosions Were Someone Else's Fault by James Allen Gardner. This one seemed like a very satirical take on superheroes, and I really like superhero novels. Like, I like the Wild Card series, which is people that have superpowers basically. So I really wanted to pick this one up because I've been in the mood for some quick, quirky fantasy that makes me laugh. Definitely want to check this one out. This one follows a girl named Kim Lamb, and at the beginning of the book, she has a scientific accident and gets turned into a superhero, and then she's trying to figure out her powers and what she wants to do with them. I'll let you guys know what I think when I read this one, but I'm really hoping and thinking that I'm gonna love it. Oh my god, there's melted candy on everything. They sent a poster, and this one I think is also with the Deadlands Boneyard. It definitely gives me freak show vibes, and I think that I'm gonna love it. Yeah, it says Circus Traveling Wonder Show, so basically a freak show. They also sent me some astronaut ice cream. It's cookies and cream ice cream sandwich. I guess I'll try that out at some point. Thank you guys. They sent me a third sticker. Awesome. They also sent me a lot of lollipops. There's a lot of candy in here. Oh my god, everything is melted. This is the one I'm most excited for. They also sent a pair of headphones that say Tor Labs Smart Listening Summer 2017, even though it's fall now. You can always use headphones. I'll definitely be using those with my computer when I'm editing. They sent me a bunch of their buttons. They look like this, which are awesome. I'll be putting them on my backpack. There's actually like 5 of those in there. And the last book in this book haul is the most exciting one. It is this one, and I know what it is. I cannot wait. They sent me an arc of Oathbringer, which is by Brandon Sanderson. This is the 3rd book in the Stormlight Archive series. I love Brandon Sanderson, and I love the Stormlight Archive series, so I am so excited to get this a little bit early. This is gonna be the next book that I start after I finish one of the 2 books that I'm currently reading. If you guys don't know, the Stormlight Archives is Brandon's like big epic fantasy series, and it's basically 3 books in one for every book. In this world, there were people called the Knights Radiant, and they had these special abilities, and then they disappeared, and now they're starting to come back. It follows a bunch of different characters, and a lot of them are the ones that are starting to develop these abilities, and it is incredible. Like, way better than I just described it right then. I cannot wait. I've already pre-ordered like a finished edition, and god, like, yes. That's gonna be my fall book haul. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and comment down below on any of the books that you want to see me review sooner rather than later. If you've read any of these books, let me know that as well. If you have anything else you want me to know, leave it down below, and I will talk to you guys next time.